Today I'm going to be making a very fast and easy French pastry cream. And here are the ingredients that we need. 4 egg yolks, 1.5 cups of milk, 4 tablespoons of salted butter, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So those are the ingredients, so let's get started. So to make this really simple, I've got my 4 yolks in my bowl. I'm just going to start mixing those up, and then I'll get all of my white sugar in there. That's granulated sugar. And then you can see that the mixture is getting really thick already. So at this point, I'm going to take a couple tablespoons of our milk, and I'm going to get that in there. Maybe 3. Now the rest, what I've done is I've just put this into a measuring cup. I'm going to pop this into the microwave, and I want to microwave this on high until it's pretty hot. So I'll just start stirring this up. That milk will just loosen all of this mixture up. Then I'll get all of my cornstarch in there, and I want to really mix this well. And by whisking it, I'm changing the color of the yolks by incorporating air, and this is making it lighter in texture. I really want to get this really well combined. So now with my hot milk, I'm going to temper my egg mixture. So I'm going to grab my milk here. I just want to slowly start incorporating this while I whisk. I don't want to make scrambled eggs, so I just want to keep incorporating air while I add my milk. Perfect. And at this point, we're ready for our next step. I'm going to move this over onto my little portable stove. Okay, so I've got a little mini stove here set up, and I've got a nice pot, and I'm just going to pour all of my mixture right into my pot. And then I'm going to start introducing some heat into this, and this is going to thicken up very quickly, 3 to 4 minutes. And at this point, you want to have about a medium heat going, and you want to start whisking this, and you do not want to stop. If you stop for 10 or 15 seconds, not even sometimes, you can actually have your pastry cream burn. So I'm going to keep going at this. Just before it starts thickening, I'll come back. So this is about 2 minutes later, and I can see the steam starting to appear on the top of my mixture, and I have been whisking the whole time. If you stop, you're going to get lumps and clumps, and you don't want that. So you want to really start, just keep the motion going. And I can feel it now thickening up, so I am going to drop my heat a little bit. And all of a sudden now, it is really starting to thicken up. So I'm going to turn my heat right off, and I'm just going to keep whisking. Then you can actually lift your pot off the heat if you find that there's too much heat being introduced. Keep whisking, because you do not want this to burn. And that's good just like that. I'm going to grab my vanilla, and I'll pour that in now. And I'll just get that stirred in as well. And just whisk until it's completely combined. This smells really good. Okay, at this point, I don't need our heat source anymore. I'll move that out of the way. So I have a new bowl here with our 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to grab a sieve, and then we're going to get all of our pastry cream right into our sieve. And this is going to remove any of the little lumps that may have occurred in our cream. And you'll know you did a good job at whisking if you look at the bottom of your pot and it's not burnt. Perfect. Now I'm going to take my spatula, and I'm just going to push all of the pastry cream right through my sieve, right onto that butter. And I did have the butter in the fridge until the last minute, so it is cold. And that just, cools down the pastry cream a little bit. We'll get all of that in there. So get it all through, and make sure to clean the bottom off, because you don't want to waste any of this. And we're almost done. And we can just Mix all of this together. And I'll switch over to my whisk again and just whisk that until it's all nicely combined. And if you've never made French pastry cream before, you're in for a treat. All of a sudden you can feel that coming together with that nice, beautiful butter. This makes it really, really velvety and rich and smooth on the tongue. And that there is perfect. We're going to cover this with plastic wrap, so I just want to push everything down into the middle of the bowl and take some plastic wrap, and what you want to do is touch the actual surface of your pastry cream, and this will prevent a skin from forming. And then you just want to pop this into your fridge, and that's how easy it is to make French pastry cream. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.